here today. Yes. It's a great day. I'm very happy to be here, share uh, my ideas tonight. Okay. Before I start, let me let you know that I'm in a transit. I'm not in the office right now, so you might be hearing some noises from the background. Yes. Just for you to know that I'm not in the office, so I'm outside in transit. I'm moving from one place to another, so there's going to be a little noise, but yeah, we just have to do this. Yeah, that is the beauty of our business. Wherever we are always able to perform and make things happen. Okay, so please, anytime maybe my network is off or I'm not clear, please, my leaders, please always let me know so that I'll be able to proceed.
Readjust. No
Yes,
problem. All right.
thank you so much. Thank you so much. So,
Thank you
uh,
too.
I'm going to share my screen so that I can start with my sharing for today. Yes, sure.
Leader VC, I think you muted yourself. I don't know if you're aware of that. Yeah. Okay,
Okay,
great.
my screen is visible now.
Yes, it's visible. We can also see your screen. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Uh, now, let me on my VPN. So, yes, yeah, how much for that? Let me just go straight to it. Yeah, so it's a very simple technique for picking your coins. It's very simple. So, this done, what we want is like in futures. These days, most of us we are trading futures. So, the thing is, we trade both sides of the market. Okay, most people on the call who already understand what the long and the short means. Yeah, I believe most already know the long game and the short means. So basically, when you want to get this done, there are a lot of skills to pick your coin. We have a lot of techniques that you can. This is just another one that is uh, very simple to use. Yes, it is very simple to use. It is beginner friendly. Like if we have new members in the business, this technique is something that you can just teach them and they'll start pick by themselves. I've taught people these techniques, and these people that I taught, new people that just came into the business. Now, after like a week, they can now start dropping. Even new members are now dropping signals for us to trade. It can be very, very amazing when a person that is just new, somebody that is new in the business, can now drop signals just because they have learned this idea. It is very simple to use, uh, no complication at all, and it is straightforward. So, so the long market, trade the market. What you have to do is you first come this 24-hour change. Okay. Uh, okay. Always, whenever you want to start a trade, make sure you click on manage here. Okay, especially if you are new. Always click on manage. After clicking on manage, click on spot. Click on all at the bottom. You add it. And then you click futures as click on all at the bottom. And all the coins on RoyalQ. Every now and then, our end they list some coins and then they add some other coins. So when this happens, you are required to come here on RoyalQ and coin manually by yourself. So just to put that there to add the coins regularly, right? So once that is done, the next thing you want to click on 24-hour change here. You click on this 4-hour change. What this is that it rearranges order of the coins. It arranges the order. Now you can see that the coin is just, I don't know. Okay, maybe I think I've clicked on the 24. If you are just playing your robot, what you're going to find here is you see the coins will be listed in alphabetical order. First, you see those that are numbers, like the coins that are from numbers, like 1,000 1,000 Pepe. That is what you find at the top. Okay. So then you start to find they will be listed vertically from A. The ones the coins that are A, B, C, D, like that. They will look like that. So you don't want them to be in that order. That is why you have to come and you click on 24-hour change. Okay, you click on 24-hour change. When you click on 24-hour change, the order will be you see that will be reordered. So I'm going to go now and click on 24-hour change. So now I click on 24-hour change. You can see that the order is now arranged in an ascending order. So you can see that you can see the first coin, right? Okay, let me say a descending order. So now you have the coins with the most positive at the top. You have the coin with the most with the most positive at the top. So you can see them. So and if it's short, you click on 24-hour change, and then you will have all the coins that are the most negative. You have them listed also in descending order. You have the one with the most negative at the top, then you see the other ones, they will follow. So let's from short. If you pick a short signal, okay, when we talk of short signal means long. Sorry, let's start from long signal. When we say long signal, long is the same thing that we do in the sports market. Okay, some people are only trading sports for now. So if you want to pick a coin for your sports market, right? You can just come there. You can just come here, and then you pick from these coins that are negative. Okay, you pick from these coins that are negative. So you pick from there. You can always trade them in your sports market, also in your futures market. Okay, if you pick from here, you can always trade them in your sports market and also in your futures market. Let me know if you are getting it so that I can proceed. Let me see if you are getting it. Let me see if you are getting it. Let me see if somebody is following me. Yes. Thank you, my leader. Thank you, my leader. So now, so you know that you cannot trade this in both the sports market and the futures market. If you are trading it in the sports market, we only trade one way. We only trade long. We only trade from the bottom to the top. Okay, we trade when the coins are down, and we take profit when they are up. Okay. Now in the futures market, this is what we call long. Okay, the same thing we do in sports. This is what we call long in the futures market. So this you can trade it both in the sports market and in the futures market. So to get it done, you want to start from the coin at the top. Okay, it's not as if you're going to be jumping and be picking anyone. No, with the most negative. You start from the one with the most negative because you're mostly going to get more opportunities in the coins that have the most negative. Okay, so now the most opportunities to trade long in the coins that have the most negative with this technique. Okay, with this technique. Now I want to click on the first coin, which is GMX. I click on GMX. Now I click on GMX. The first thing you want to observe, make sure your chart is on 15 minutes. Okay, make sure you're on the 15-minute time frame. Then the second thing you want to observe, you scroll down from here. You scroll down here. This is where we have the business. This is where the business is. Okay, the business is here. Make sure it's also on the 15-minute time frame, right? Make sure it's on the 15-minute time frame. Then you want to check this meter here. What are you checking from this meter? You want to make sure that this cursor at the middle is pointing at strong sell. Okay, make sure it is pointing at strong sell and strong sell only. Okay, if it's not pointing at strong sell, that means the signal can't even be valid. Okay, this is not the only criteria we watch for. But once you see that the coin is not pointing at strong sell, then you should not waste your time to further check on the coin. Okay, so it must be pointing at strong sell and strong sell only. Like this one now, where is this one pointing at? Where is it pointing at? Where is this one pointing at? Somebody to answer me. Where is it pointing at? Where is this one pointing at? Okay, great. I see your answers. Great. It is pointing at sell, which means it is not valid. This means that you shouldn't even bother to check for the next criteria. It can never be valid. Okay. To confirm that, let me scroll down and show you. Okay. It can never be valid. Okay. Before I even continue, don't let me even continue. No need. It can never be valid. So, what do you do when you see this kind of thing? you move back. You move back to click on the next. You move back to click on the next coin. This is GMX USDT. Now moving back to click on the second coin. We have PVX USDT. So you click on PVX USDT. Let's see if it's going to give us a chance. Now PVX is not giving us a chance, which means we have to move to the next coin. Okay. So the next coin is FIS. But FIS already has a monitoring tag on it. FIS already has a monitoring tag on it, which means we can't trade FIS, which means
Okay, I think we've lost him a bit. Let's hope he comes back because he had an emergency and is traveling somewhere. That's why he's in transit. Let's hope we get him back. Yeah, leader VC. Okay. Okay. He has muted now. So yeah. Okay.
okay, I'm here. I've shared
Yeah.
the link. I just shared the link to my team members. Now let me continue.
Okay, great. So you see, teacher is still sharing link, even though he's teaching. You see how serious we are. Be there. Even whilst teaching. Right on, my leader.
Thank you, ma. Thank you, my leader. Thank you. So the next one is FIS, FISUDT. But we are not going to analyze this point. Why? The reason is because the coin has a monitoring tag. It has monitoring tag, which means the exchange is monitoring the coin for some reason. So it is best advised for you to not trade the coin with a monitoring tag. Okay, don't trade the coin with a monitoring tag. So we move on to the next coin, which is GONO USDT. Okay. Okay, now Punk is not giving us signal. It is pointing at neutral. So we move on to the next one. Okay, we check some couple points, and if you can't find one, I'll just move on to tell you the criteria. But let me see. Okay, great. Now we have found one. This is GONO USDT. GONO USDT is pointing at strong sell. USDT is pointing at strong sell, which means that the signal is we can continue to check for the remaining criteria. Okay, this doesn't that means that we can continue to check for the other criteria. Okay, we can continue to check for the other criteria. Okay, Kadian Modi on the chat says, I was saying no voice. I think I'm loud now. You should be able to hear me now.
Yeah, we are hearing you now. I think that was previously. He sent the
Okay.
message long time.
I
Thank
just
you.
heard the message.
Okay.
So now it is pointing at strong sell. Then we continue. What are we checking next? Okay, the next thing is for you to scroll down here, and then now you scroll down here, and then you click on technical indicator. Okay, you scroll down here, and then you click on technical indicator. Okay, once you click on technical indicator,
Leader VC, if you can hear us, you are off again. I'm sure this time around he's changing his phone, his device, since he has 5%. Wow. These are selfless leaders. Wherever they are, they avail themselves. That is good. Let's wait for some few minutes whilst he comes back again. Okay, Coach J, are you here? Okay, great. So let me make this line. Great.
Okay. My
Backup.
network threw me out on that phone. I've joined with another phone. I'm
Good.
already in the meeting.
Idavisi, I think we've lost you again. Hello, Lidavisi.
With two phones, okay? So I don't have network on the other phone. Let me call.
Okay.
Hello. I hope you can hear me. I can't.
Okay. He left. I think, yeah, this network is not really good. So let's wait for him to rejoin. If not, I would continue from where he left off. Let's comers are joining. You are welcome, Princess Minat. Okay, let's wait. Okay, I think he's changing his network. Let's wait for him. Just some 2 minutes. If not, I take over. Okay, he's here. All right, so leader VC. Leader VC, are you back, please? Okay, he has not connected the audio.
Oh, great.
Another latecomer just joined. Leader Sophie from the Caribbeans. VC, can you hear us, please? Hello? Oh, I think he's struggling with the network. It seems Rabbi and Dr. Umar are not in this meeting today. How is that possible? Okay, guys. Because of Rabbi's, how do you call it? Because of VC's network, and since he's in transit, I believe when he changed to the other network is bad. So let me take over so that we don't experience a lot of breakages. So good evening to you all once again. Let me quickly share my screen. Just logging in to the RoyalQ account. If you just joined, we are not too far away.
Oh, I'm back, oh, my leader.
You're back.
Yes, I'm back.
Okay.
It's the roads network. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Because
Great.
of the roads network. I'm sorry.
Okay, great. No
Yeah,
problem.
my
Okay.
other phone, my Zoom is not connecting on the other phone. But I'm able to
Okay.
connect here. So let me share my screen here.
Good. Thank you so much. All right. Please ride on. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, let me
I
put
think
on my
you
VPN.
forgot your VPN, yeah.
Yes, let me put on my VPN. Okay, now we are there. So we have gone USDT. Okay, so we have gone USDT. That's the coin we are analyzing. Gone USDT. Where is it? Gone USDT. Okay. I hope I'm loud. Hello.
Very loud and clear. You are very
Okay.
loud. We can hear you. Thank you.
Yes. Okay. This robot. I think I have to add the coins. Yes. Okay. So
you are on sports instead of futures.
yes, I'm on sports. I was on sports before, I think. Yeah, so the coin was gone USDT right here.
Yeah,
USDT.
yeah, GONO USDT.
Okay, so now we have gone pointing at strong sell. We have gone pointing at strong sell. This is what we want, okay? So after this, you scroll down to the technical indicator. Now we want to check the values. We want to check the values. Remember, we have four. We have four indicators here. We have four different indicators here, which are RSI, stochastic, the stochastic K, and then the MACD. Okay, these are what we have. Okay, let me change color of this. Okay. So yes, so now we want to check for the values here. We want to check for the values here. Okay. Okay. Yes. Okay, great. So if we want to work on the value, we want to check the values here. The first one, which is the RSI, must be 20 or below. Okay. The value of the RSI, the first one, must be 20 or below, which means if it is above 20, it is not valid. Okay. So you have to check for the four values and make sure the first three, the RSI, the stochastic, and then the stochastic K. Make sure all the three, they are below 20. Very simple and straight to the point. Make sure the first three, make sure they are below 20, okay? So it could be 5, it could be 0, it could be 18, it could be 19, 20. Make sure it is not above 20, okay? Make sure it is not above 20. So the first three, make sure they are 20 or below. Make sure they are 20 or below. Once you have the first three as 20 or below, the next thing is to check the MACD, which is the last one. Okay, the MACD must be negative. How? Just as you have it here. Okay, you can see it's negative without a minus. So for a long signal, or in other words, a spot signal, you want to make sure that the first three, they are 20 or below, and then the last one has a minus on it. Once you have that, once you have all these four in place, that means the signal is valid and you can go ahead to take your trade. Once you see that all these four have shown these signs, that means that the signal is valid and then you can enter the signal, okay? that means the signal is valid, and then you can enter the signal. But then there are some cases that the market would be extremely bullish, okay? There are some times that will have an extremely bullish market. In these times, you want to further and check for the pivot point, okay? You click on the pivot point here. Okay, you click on the pivot point here, this pivot point, you click on it to further confirm. What are you confirming? You want to see that the price of the coin is at support 3. Okay? Either the classic or the Fibonacci, anyone. But I think the classic is more better. Okay, the classic is more better. Find that the price of the coin is either at support 3. Okay, make sure that or support 1 or the pivot 20 below and MACD, but then you still find that the price of the coin is still at support 1 or support 2. I mean, in a case of extremely bearish market, in an extremely bearish market where everything is just falling down, because sometimes you check for this criteria, and then you would enter, and then the market will still continue to go down. I myself have experienced it, where I will enter a coin, and then the coin will continue to go down. It might either be manipulated, or it still continue to continuing to go down before it starts. Is already exhausted on his with the trend, okay? But now using this technique, we are trading against the trend, okay? You know, when the coin is trending, either a coin is going up or it's going down. While it is going down, it will not just continue to go down straight, okay? It will go down, it will make impulsive movement to the downside, but then it will make a corrective movement to the upside before it continues on its impulsive movement to the downside. So now, when you find the coin has hit this 20 below, it means that the coin has reached an exhaustion on its impulsive movements. It means that the coin has reached an exhaustion on its impulsive movements, and now is on the verge to make a little pullback, to make a little corrective movement. Then on that corrective movement, we take our profit, and then it continues its downward movement. I hope this is understandable. I hope people are understanding. I hope this is understandable. Okay, so sometimes
Leader VC, please, if you can hear us, if you can hear me well, the pivot point explanation. Leader VC. Hello, Leader VC. Please, can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Okay, so I was saying that yes, it was really breaking. The aspect of the pivot point, we didn't really catch the explanation clear. If you could take it again.
I didn't know. Actually, I just kept on talking. I didn't know my network has ceased. So let me start again from the pivot point. My screen is still visible.
Yes, we can still
is my
see your screen.
Visible?
It's visible. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, great. So now the thing is that sometimes we might have the market be extremely bearish. Sometimes the market could be, okay, let me take, for example, in the weekends, when you trade on the weekends, sometimes you use this indicator, you trade on the weekends, and then you see that when you enter the trade, the coin will just continue to go down. Why? Because we are on the weekends. Markets are more susceptible to drop down on the weekends because people will pull out their money. You know, companies, they will remit the results of all the profits they've made. They remit to their boss. So they will pull the money out from one wallet to another. And by pulling out, this will make the market to go down more. People will want to enjoy the weekend with their family. Guys will go to club, they will go and spend money, you know. When they do this, the market is more expected to go down. So on the weekends, when you want to trade, I always advise people to trade cautiously on the weekend. So when you want to trade on the weekends like that, what do? You go to the pivot point. You want to make sure that the price of the coin, look at the price of the coin. Now the price of the coin is 0.03196. The price of the coin is 0. Yeah, let me show you. The price of the coin is here. This is the price of the coin, 0.03196. So you want to make sure that this price, you can be able to find the price on the pivot point. Let me see, on the pivot point. After you have confirmed that the technical indicator has shown your 20 below and the MACD is negative. I mean, when you're trading like the weekend. So you click on the pivot point here. You want to make sure that the price of the coin, 0.03191, you can be able to find it around the support 3. Okay? You find the price around support 3. Like now, 0.031187, 0.03187. Right here, we can find it 0.03, 0.03. Yes, 0.031. We can see that the price is below support 3. Am I right? The price of this coin, 0.031. Am I right? Yes. Okay, the price is around support 3. Yes, around support 3. Support 3 is 0.03098. 0.03098. So the price of the coin is right inside support 3. So what do you want to look for on weekends like that? You want to see the best bet, okay? The best bet is when you see that the price of the coin is not even here at all. So that means that the coin is on its, you know, it's at the deepest point already. It will give you assurance that the coin is already exhausted when you can't find the price here. That means if you find the price at support 2, don't trade it. If you find it at support 1, don't trade it. If you find it at pivot, don't trade it. That is for longing the market. Okay? You can always use the technical indicators alone. Once you find them at 20 below, and then the MACD is negative, go into your trade and take your profit, okay? Go into your trade and take your profit. But then, just in case of times when we have an extremely bearish market, like the weekends, I advise you use the pivot points. I hope that is clear. Let me know if that is clear so that I can move on. Hello, is that clear now? Okay, that is clear. Thank you. That's clear. Okay, great. Now, okay, great. Thank you, people. Now we have finished on the part of the spot or the long. Okay, spot means long. Long means spot.
Please, someone said if you could.
Hello.
Please, someone said if you could repeat the pivot point once more time.
Okay. Let me repeat quickly. Okay. So now the reason why we are using the pivot point, after you have confirmed that the technical indicators are valid, okay, you have seen the valid points in the technical indicator. Now you want to trade on the weekends, okay, and you should be fearful to trade on the weekends. I myself, I'm always fearful to pick trades on the weekend because you pick trades when everything is showing you 20 below, and then you enter the coin, it continues to go down, okay? In that case, what do? You come to the pivot point. You want to see that the price of the coin here, this is 0.03186. 0.03186. Make sure that the price of the coin is in support 3 or below. Make sure that the price of the coin is in support 3 or below. What is a support level? A support level is a point that the coin has gotten to, and by getting to that level, you know, a coin is going down, and then it touches that level, and then it can no longer continue on that downward movement, and it reverses to the upside. That is what we call a support level. Now we have support 1, support 2, support 3, okay? When it's on support 3, you know that coin has gotten to a strong support level, okay, a strong support level. But then sometimes you find that the price of the coin is not even on support 3, it's not on support 2, it's not on support 1. That means that the coin is down seriously. The coin is seriously down. Okay. Now we have 0.03175. So you look for it on the pivot point. You can see that support 2 is 0.03217, which is more than the price of the coin. Now we see that the support 3 is 0.03098. You can see that the price of the coin is in range of support 1. Okay. You can see that support 3. You can see that the price of support 3 here on the classic, the price is 0.03098, and on the Fibonacci, the price is 0.03217. So you can see that the price is between the classic and Fibonacci on support 3. You can see that the price is between the classic and Fibonacci of support 3. So this is what you want to look at for. Make sure the price is on the classic or support 3, or the best bet is to not find the price here. Make sure the price is not here. Make sure the price of the coin is not within support 1, support 2, support 3. That means the price is already down, like the price is below support 3. Do you understand that? The price of the coin is below support 3. Okay, that means the price has dropped. It has dropped below support 3. That signifies a strong exhaustion in that downward trend. And at that point, the coin will reverse to the upside. You enter, and then when it reverses to the upside, you take your profits. Just 1% we take. With your leverage, if you are using leverage, that is 10%. You leave the coin to go. Don't be greedy. Don't take more than 1%. With our 10x leverage, 1% means 10%. So you take 1%, that is 10%. You leave the coin to go on its own. Okay, you leave it to go on its own. I hope that is clear. I hope that is clear now. The person that. Okay, great. Okay,
Leader
great.
Sophie,
Yes.
please respond
Sophie.
so we know it's
Okay.
clear.
It's clear. Okay, great.
He said
So now,
great. Let's move on.
Yes. So now I'll move on to show how to check for the shorts. When you want to short the market, for my futures traders, when you want to short the market, what do? You click on 24-hour change here. So that you filter the coins. Now the coins will be reordered, and we'll show you the coins that are green. They will show you the coins that are positive, and they'll be arranged in a descending order, which means you have the coin with the most positive at the top, then followed by the one that is next, and then the one that is next. So you want to start from the first one at the top. You want to start from the top one at the top, which is banana S31. So I click on banana S31, and then we can analyze. What do you check? Firstly, make sure your chart is on the 15-minute time frame. Make sure your chart is on the 15-minute time frame. When it's on the 15-minute time frame, you want to scroll down on the technical indicator. And conversely, on the long signal or the spot signal, we have our technical indicator pointing at the strong sell. Here, we have it on the opposite side. The indicator must be pointing at strong buy. Okay? The indicator must be pointing at strong buy. Strong buy means that the coin is overbought. Okay? It means that the coin is overbought. Okay? Strong buy means that the coin is overbought, while strong sell means that the coin is already oversold. Okay, the coin has been already oversold, while strong buy means that the coin has been already overbought. So you want to make sure that the cursor is only pointing at strong buy and strong buy only. So that means if it is pointing at buy, it is not valid. If it is pointing at neutral, it is not valid. Okay, you must make sure it is pointing at strong buy and strong buy only. So once it is pointing at strong buy, you go ahead to click on the to scroll down and check for the next thing, which is the technical indicator. So you click on the technical indicator. What do you want to check? Like we had it on the long. You know, on the long, we said the indicators must be 20, 20, 20, and MACD must be negative. Right here, it is different, okay? It is different here. You might have to take your pen, note it down on your jotters, or put it on your notes, okay? Right here, you want to make sure the first one, which is the RSI, is 80 and above. 80 and above, okay? 80 and above. You want to make sure that the RSI is 80 and above. Okay. Then the second one, which is the stochastic, you want to make sure the stochastic is 100. Okay. 100 or nothing. Okay. It could be 98, 99, or 100. Okay. So the stochastic must be between 98 to 100. Please follow the rules. Very, very important. Very, very important, because if you don't follow the rules, sometimes you might get there and you see that, okay, now I say the RSI must be 80 and above. 80 and above. You might find that the RSI is 80, or you might find that the RSI is 75, okay? Or you see that the RSI is 78, okay? Now, if you want to manage it, remember, for the RSI to be on 78, probably it has been on 85 before, or 90, okay? Or it has been on 80 before. Now the coin is going down. The coin is going down, and then it is now on 75. So you don't want to enter in such time. It is best to just leave it to go. Or if you know how to confirm your signal, if you know how to confirm, you can read the chart and you can check the chart, you can confirm that the coin is still going down. Then that is left to you. But if you don't understand how to read the candles, you don't understand how to use the other things that we use to pick signals, you want to use this signal, this indicator only, it is best for you to follow the rules. Make sure the first one is 80 and above. 80 and above. The second one, make sure it is 98 and above. The third one, make sure it is 90 and above. So 80 and above, 80, 80 and above, 98 and above. Then the third one, which is stochastic K, must be 90 and above. Must be 90 and above. So 80 and above, 98 and above, then 90 and above. And then the MACD must be positive. The MACD must be positive. How do you know that the MACD is positive? You are going to see on the MACD, there will be no minus on the MACD value. There will be no minus on the MACD value. That means that the MACD is positive, okay? Once you see that there's no minus on the MACD, it means that the MACD is positive. So you must make sure that the MACD is reading positive. It doesn't matter what the number is on the MACD. It could be 1 point something, it could be 2 point something, it could be 0 point something, it doesn't matter. All that matters is that there is no minus on the MACD, okay? So once you see that, you can free to enter the coin, you short the coin, okay? You can enter your short position on the coin. So like we have it on the spot or on the long, that when the market is extremely bearish, you can check the pivot points. Also here, when the market is extremely bullish, okay? When you see that the market is extremely bullish, okay? You have noticed that the market is extremely bullish, everything is just going up. When it is extremely bullish, what do? Make sure the RSI value is 85 and above. You know, I said 80 and above. But now, when you have an extremely bullish market, make sure the RSI is 85 and above. Make sure the second one, which is the stochastic, is 100. And then make sure the last one, the third one, which is the stochastic K, make sure it is 95 and above. So 5 and above, 100, 95 and above, and make sure MACD is positive. I hope that's clear. Once you see that, you see 85 and above, 100, 95 and above, you go ahead to check the pivot points, because some coins could be stubborn. They'll just be up there. You have confirmed all these criteria, and then you enter, and the coin will continue to shoot upside. This is very possible. I've experienced it, and I want you to know the pros and cons of using this technique. The technique works fine, but sometimes you might find that you enter the signal and then the coin continues to go down, or you enter and then it continues to go up. That is why we make use of RoyalQ to buy margin calls. Make sure you are using your dollar cost averaging properly so that it will pull your average price closer to the current price. Make sure you have a proper strategy with dollar cost averaging, okay? Make sure you use dollar cost averaging so that in case if the coin goes against you, your robot will be able to buy margin calls and use the margin calls to pull your average price closer to the current price so that you can leave the coin at the next pullback, okay? So at the case on the case of an extremely bullish market, you want to make sure The first one is 95 and 85 and above. The second one is 100. The third one is 95 and above. And then you want to make sure that the MACD is positive. You want to make sure that the MACD is positive. Next, you go to the pivot point. Next, you go to the pivot point. You click on the pivot point here. Click on the pivot point here. Okay. So what do you check on the pivot point? What do you check on the pivot point? Make sure that the price of the coin is at resistance 3. Okay, I explained what support means. Support means that the coin is going down and then it can no longer continue on the downward movement. Then it reverses up. That point which it reverses is called the support level. Now, conversely, we have the resistance level. A coin that is shooting upside and then it reaches a level, it can no longer continue shooting up. And then it starts coming down. That is called the resistance level. Now, we have the resistance 1, we have the resistance 2, we have the resistance 3. Okay? We have resistance 1, the resistance 2, and resistance 3. So, once you find a coin that has fulfilled all the criteria, the next thing, you want to make sure that the price of the coin is at resistance 3, or the price of the coin is not even here at all. Okay, you want to make sure that the price is at resistance 3 or the price is below, is above resistance 3, which means that the coin has reached the peak. The coin has reached the peak and is expected to pull back at that very point. I hope this is clear. You want to make sure that the price of the coin is on resistance 3, just like this one now. The price of the coin is 0.023422. 0.023421. So let's check on the pivot point. Let's see where the price is. So 0.023411. 0.023411. Now here we can see 0.0232. So you can see that the price is between okay, 232. Okay, you can see that the price is on resistance 3. 23411. Now you have 2323 here on resistance 3. Okay. Okay. We have 2323 on the resistance 3, which means that the price is on resistance 3. Okay. The price is on resistance 3. So you want to make sure that the price is on resistance 3 here, but on the classic. Now you can see that it's on resistance 3 on the pivot point, on the Fibonacci. You want to make sure it's on the classic. Resistance 3 on the classic. Please hold on one moment. Okay. So now you can see that the price is on the Fibonacci. Okay. The classic is more better than the Fibonacci. Okay. The classic is much better than the Fibonacci. So you want to find, if you find the price at the Fibonacci, don't enter yet. Make sure the price is at resistance 3 on the classic. Resistance 3 here on the classic. You can find the price here, around here, or you find that the price is already above resistance 3. So now we have resistance 3 as 0.026877. So now you want to make sure the price of the coin is around 0.026900 or 0.027111. You understand? So that means that the price of the coin is already above resistance 3, which signifies exhaustion in the trend, in the upward trend. That means you can enter your signal, place your entry, 1% with your leverage, and you take your profits. Enter your short position, take your profits. Take your profit. So, yes, that is pretty much everything about the strategy. I hope I'm able to explain and bring more clarification to your understanding. Hello.
Hello, VC, we can hear you.
Yes. I said
yes.
I hope I've been able to bring more clarity to the understanding of our people.
Yes, please reply. Please, the question is to all of us. Dr. Umar, you are late. Please reply. Let us know. Let the teacher know that you've understood the lecture.
Yes, please.
If you have any questions, please
we are
feel
here
free.
for you. Let us know.
Exactly.
You have no excuse for not making profits. What's your excuse? So we are here for you.
we are here for you.
Exactly. If you have any
Have an issue
questions,
with the
ask.
strategy now, with the technique, ask your question now so that we can answer you so that everyone can make profits.
Sharp, sharp, sharp. Exactly 1 hour. Sharp. Do you have any questions? Just tap on reactions, then raise hand. Newbies, I don't understand. Newbies have done what? Are we sharing something for only newbies? Matthias, you have to explain what you mean by newbies. What about newbies? So, newbies, what about the newbies? Kindly unmute yourself, Matthias, so you can ask your question concerning newbies. Where is Matthias? Unmute yourself. You are only trading spots now. Yes. So the strategy he taught us, you can use the first example, which is the longing, the one that the RSI, the stochastic, and the MACD has to be 20, 20, 20, and the MACD must be negative. You can use that for longing. At the same time, you can use it on the spot market because on the spot market, we have only one way market, which is the market going up. Okay. So hope you followed properly, but it's recorded so we can rewatch the recorded version. Okay, so there is a question, our presenter. I didn't understand the part where you checked the classic to confirm the coin. Is it supposed to be greater than classic R3 or below? So VC, please, we have a question in the chat.
Okay, great. Okay, great. If it is for longing, if you want to long and then the market is extremely bearish, you want to find the price of the coin at support 3 or below. You want to make sure that the price of the coin is below support 3, or you find the coin on classic in support 3. Classic in support 3. Don't use the Fibonacci. Use the classic. The classic is more better than the Fibonacci. And on the short side, if it is short, you find the price of the coin at resistance 3 on classic, or the price of the coin should be above resistance 3 on classic. Yes, when shorting, the price of the coin must be above resistance 3 on the classic indicator. Okay, on the classic pivot. Yes. I hope I've been able to answer your question,
Nicholas,
Nicola.
is that clear? Please let me know if that is clear. Like, for instance, VC, let me give an example. Like, for instance, if the price of the coin, let's say the actual price of the coin is 10, and you are longing the market, the price should be within on the how do you call it? The S3 or, but when you are shortening the market, it should be on the resistance, right? But it has
Yes.
to be classic and not Fibonacci.
And not Fibonacci. Yes. If you use the Fibonacci, you can see that the figures on the Fibonacci, if you have 1.2 on the Fibonacci, if it is a short signal, 1.2 means the price of the coin has gone up to $1.2. It means that the support, the resistance 3 of the coin on Fibonacci is 1.2, right? If you check the classic, you see that the resistance 3 price on classic is around 1.4 or 1.5. So it means that the coin has, the classic will show you that the price is really up. And then conversely, if you're longing it, the classic will show you that the price is really down. The classic is much better than the Fibonacci. Yes.
Okay, that is if you are shortening the market, not longing.
Yes, for shorting, you use the resistance, and if it is longing, you use the
You
support.
use the support. Okay.
Both
Thank
on
you.
the classic.
Okay. Is that clear, our attendees? Did you guys get it clear? I know sometimes it can be confusing, like the support and resistance, then the longing and shorten. VC, one of the challenges some of our people have been facing was when it comes to the market sentiment meter. Like they're like strong buy. They are thinking then it means they should rather long the market instead of vice versa. Okay, so sometimes the meter confuses them. They are like, why is strong buy rather uh, shortening the market? They think that one will rather mean you should long it. So that is another confusion some of our members have been experiencing. Okay, I think there is another question. Okay. So Nicholas is still asking, for instance, if the price of the coin is 10 at the moment, so while shortening it, in the resistance is the resistance supposed to be above 10 or below 10? That is where I'm not getting it. That's when checking the classic. So presenter VC, if you can maybe
Okay.
come again with the
Okay.
figures.
This
Yeah,
question, I'm going to look for a best way to explain this. Is
sure.
my screen still sharing?
Yes, you are still sharing your screen. We can see it,
Okay.
please.
Okay. For that your question, right? You said if the price of the coin is 10, the price of the coin is 10, okay? Okay. Okay, now. You see now that the price of this coin is 0.023183. 0.023182. Okay, now when you check here, you want to find this price here at the top here. You want to be able to find the price at resistance 3. Now you can see that 2317 is between resistance, is in resistance 2, 2317. 2317. Yes, is in resistance 2 between the classic and the Fibonacci. Can you see that? Because the Fibonacci reads 21088, that is lesser than the price of the coin. Now the classic reads 2323, which is higher than the price of the coin. Are you getting the resistance 2 on the Fibonacci is 2108, which is lesser than the price of the coin. Classic is 2323, which is higher than the price of the coin, which means that the price of the coin is between resistance 2 and is between resistance 2 in the classic and the Fibonacci. Now you want to make sure that the price of the coin is in this classic, is either above the classic, above, okay, above. It is either above the Fibonacci. Let the price be either above the Fibonacci. Let it be above the Fibonacci. It could be between the classic or above the classic as well. Just make sure the price is above the Fibonacci. The price is at the classic or above the classic. Make sure the price is at, just make sure the price is at the classic or above the classic. The Fibonacci is not valid. If you find that the price is at the Fibonacci, it's not valid. But if you find the price at the classic or above the classic, it is good. Do you understand it now? Do you understand it now? So in your own case, you use 1010 as an example. If the price of the coin is 10, okay, you want to make sure that this classic is saying, the price of the classic is saying either, you want to see that the price of the classic is telling you, what? What is it telling you? It's telling you 10 or it's telling you 11. Is that, am I right? Am I right?
Let me read it again. Sorry. So he said,
okay.
If the resistance is the sorry, for instance, if the price of the coin is 10 at the moment, so while shorting it, is the resistance supposed to be above the 10 or below the 10.
Okay. For that, okay, let me see.
Or should we get a coin that has a price of 10 and
Yes,
above?
that has a price like that. Yes.
Yes,
I
because
think
maybe
okay,
that would make
I found
sense
Ray.
than.
Let me use Ray now.
Okay, good.
Or I see
So
one
that
with
it won't
8.
confuse, because sometimes the 0 point something confuses
Yes.
people. But if
So
you use the whole figure.
CVX. We have
Mhm.
CVX with $2.6. The price of CVX is $2.6. CVX is on strong buy. Technical indicator not valid, but the pivot point. We want to make sure that the price of CVX, this 2.6, we want to make sure that we can find this 2.6 on the classic. So if you are finding this 2 point, now we can see that the price is on the classic. Can you see? The price in the classic is higher than the 2.6. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So we can see that the price is not on the Fibonacci. Resistance 2 is 2.5. Resistance 3 on the Fibonacci is 2.5. Now we can see that the price of the coin is not here, 2.6. The resistance 3 is already above 2.6. It's already above 2.6.
It's 2.7.
Right? Yes, it's already 2.7. But the price is already higher than the Fibonacci price. Okay, the price is below the classic. I would say with that question, the price should not be below the classic. It should either be on the classic. The classic should be reading like 2.6, or the price of the coin should be higher than the classic. Yes. Do you understand this now? The price of the coin should be higher. We need the price of the coin to be higher than the classic.
So in this situation,
it
means it has the price of the coin must be 2.8. If it's like 2.8, it would have fallen within.
Yes.
Because this is 2.7.
Yeah, okay. Now this class is reading 2.7. You want to make sure that the price of the coin is above 2.7, or is reading 2.7 itself. Either it's reading or either the price of the coin is 2.7, or the price of the coin must be above 2.7. So if the price of the coin is 10, make sure that what you are having here in classic is lesser than the price of the coin, which is 10. So on the classic, you want to be seeing like 9.2 or 9.8 on the classic, or you see 10 on the classic, then you know that it is valid. Okay. So the price must not be lesser. It must not be lesser than the price on the classic. If it is lesser than the price on the classic, that means that the coin hasn't reached the resistance. It hasn't reached the resistance 3. Do you understand? If the price is lesser than the classic, that means that there's still some room for that coin to continue going upwards. The coin could still push up a little bit. But if you find that the price is already above the classic price, that means that it is already up. Like the coin is already gotten to the height of it, and it is expected to fall down. I hope it is clear now.
This place is a bit confusing for me. So let's assume if the price of the coin was 2.8, on the CVS, let's say the exact price is 2.8, and the classic is 2.7, that's the resistance 3. It means it's valid because the
very valid.
The price
because the price is already above
higher.
The classic.
Thank
you.
It's
higher. Yes, because now RoyalQ is telling you that the resistance 3, the point that this coin reached, the height of this coin was $2.7.
Not supposed to go above that.
The price is already above $2.7. And when the coin has broken an highest point, the next thing is for it to start coming down.
Okay.
The next thing for it. So you want to make sure that the price has broken this resistance 3 on the classic, then you know that that is for an extremely bullish market. If the market is extremely bullish.
But what if, for instance, the price of the coin was exactly 2.7? It's still valid.
Yes, it's still valid. Yes, very valid.
Okay,
very,
great.
very.
So, Nicholas, I hope you got it clear now. So, that is the last point I wrote, that when shorting the market, you have to find the current price at the classic, that is the R3, or it should be above the classic. So, Nicholas, if you got that right, please respond in the chat. If you didn't get it right, we'll have to say it until you get it right. Let me
Okay,
write
great. I think
R3 so
Nicholas,
that someone will get it clear.
I think Nicholas has understood.
Okay, great. I believe not only Nicholas, the slow learners, you can rewatch the Zoom again. But do we have more questions? So we don't keep our teacher waiting. Do we have more questions? Please ask. Fragan question lows. You don't pay anything when you ask questions. So kindly ask. Ask. If you have any questions, feel free. You can raise your hands up or type it in the chat. If not, then we would just let our teacher be for now so that we don't disturb his trip. So are you guys okay? Leader Margaret, Leader Ernest. Oh, Dr. Kadiyang. Okay. Dr. Kadiyang asked a question. Sorry, I didn't see the question. So Dr. Kadiyang is asking that I didn't understand the difference between R1, R3, S1 to S3. So R1 to R3 and S1 to S3. So like he doesn't understand it. If you can explain, he would love it. So over to you, our teacher. Resistance and support.
Thank you, my leader. Okay, Kadian. So, R1, R3, S1. Okay, so that means right here. Okay, I explained before. Maybe you didn't catch the explanation. Okay, we have in crypto, we have what we call the support and resistance, right? Support and resistance. When we're doing our technical analysis, okay, these are one of the basic topics that we teach when we are talking about technical analysis. So support and resistance, there are key levels. There are some key levels that when the price gets to that level, it reacts to the level, okay? When a price hits, okay, now the pivot point, the P that you see at the middle is the pivot point. It's like the middle price of the coin. Like the price of the coin is neutral, okay? So when the price gets to resistance one, for a price to be called resistance one, it only means that when the price was moving up, okay, the price was shooting up. It started shooting from 2.406, okay, from the pivot point, okay? We have the pivot points as the middle line, okay? The price was 2.406. Now, the price was shooting up. Then the price got to 2.524. From 2.406 to 2.524, now the coin can no longer continue going upward. And then it starts coming downwards. That point where the coin starts coming downward is considered as the resistance one. It's considered as what? The resistance one. Now, the coin came down. It came down and then it starts going upward again. And then it got to this 2.524, which is the resistance one again. Then it broke that resistance one. It started going up again. It started shooting up again. Then it got to 2.589. And then the coin could no longer continue going upward again. It started coming down again. That point where it started coming down again is considered as resistance 2. And then the coin started coming down again. And at the point, it started shooting up again. It got to the last resistance price, which was 2.589. And then it broke that resistance. And it continued going upward. It shoot up from 2.589, shoot into 2.707. And at the point where it got to 2.707, the price could no longer continue going upward. And then it started coming downwards. That point where it started coming downward is considered as resistance 3. It's considered as what? Resistance 3. And on the other hand, the support means that the coin is going down and then it hits this price. It was coming from 2.406, which is the pivot point, and then it hits 2.3441. The coin came down to 2.341 and it could no longer continue going downwards, and then the coin reversed to the upside. Okay, the coin reversed to the upside. That point where it reversed to the upside is considered as what? As support 1. Okay. The point where it reversed to the upside is considered as support 1. Okay. Now we got support 1. Now this coin now continued on the downward movement. The coin continued to go downwards. The coin continued to go downwards, continued on the downward movement. Now it reached this price 2.223. It reached 2.223, and then it could no longer continue going downward from 2.223. It could no longer continue going downward, and then the price reversed back to the upside from 2.223. It reversed to the upside. At that point where the price reversed to the upside, 2.223 is considered as support 2. It's considered as support 2. Now, the price was going up, and then it started coming back down again. The price started coming to the downside again. The price was coming to the downside again. Then it came to 2.158. The price came to 2.158, and then the price could no longer continue to go down, and it started shooting upward again. The price started shooting to the upside again. That point where it started shooting to the upside is considered at support 3. It's considered as support 3. So this is how support and resistance are being marked. This is what we call support and resistance. I hope it is clear now.
Dr. Kadian, okay, he gave a thumbs up. Okay, he gave a thumbs up. That is clear. And Ben's iPhone 2 said the resistance is perfectly now. Okay, great. So you guys now understand support and resistance. Those of you who don't attend the technical analysis training, I hope you guys got it clear now. So do we have any other question again? We are taking the last question, then we are done for tonight. Last question. Who asked the last question? Or that is all for now? Is that all for now? Do you have any questions? Leader Sophie, do you have any question? Don't be shy. Leader Dora, I see you in the house. Do you have any question? Or is clear? Ma Dinah, do you have any question? Or is clear? Essie, do you have any question? So technical analysis video, there are a lot. Matthias, Jacob, you have to tell me who your upline is, okay, after the meeting so that we can talk more, because there are a lot of videos on the Crypto Ambassador Signal page, YouTube channel, and yeah, okay. Not for now. Okay, you don't have any question for now. Okay, Leader Dora too said everything is clear. Okay, great. I'm so happy. I see Delight Hub in the building. She's one of Leader VC's strong legs, one of her serious team members. I think she doesn't know me, but I know her a lot. I've heard a lot about her. And I see her a lot in my back office. A lot. I see her name almost every time. All right, guys. So since everything is clear, then I'm going to stop the recording here. Then we'll meet again next week for